Gerunds. What are they? Well, in simple terms, gerunds look like a verb, but they're actually a noun. We all know that a verb is something we do, it's an action. For example, I swim every afternoon. It's an action, something I do. But what if I want to talk about an action, not do it? As in, swimming is a great way to stay fit and healthy. I get a kick out of swimming. I'm talking about swimming as an action, sure, but I'm not swimming at the moment. I'm just talking about something that I like to do. So I'm referring to the action of swimming as a noun, a thing I like to do. So, swimming as a noun or thing is a gerund. I've just used the gerund. I used a word that looks like a verb as a noun. How can we recognize the gerund? Well, the gerund is formed by adding ing to the base form of a verb, or the bare infinitive form. Base form, swim plus ing equals swimming. I love swimming. Swim is the base form. Swimming is the gerund. And English learners can find this confusing because it looks like the continuous form of the verb. So, to recognize that it's a gerund we're using, you need to pay close attention to how it's used in a sentence. So, for example, we can take the base verb jog, add ing, and it makes jogging. Jogging is the gerund, and if we make a sentence using this gerund, jogging is the subject. Jogging always makes me feel great. Jogging the gerund is the subject. Now you can get this free mini ebook with great tips for small talk in English conversation. Find the link in the descriptions. Let's get on with the lesson. But here's the thing, not every verb ending in ing is a gerund. Let's look at progressive tenses or continuous tenses. They use a be verb and the present participle like a gerund. This adds ing to a base verb. I'm drinking. She's reading. So the question is, how do we know if a verb ending in ing is a present participle or a gerund? The answer to that is that gerunds always act as nouns or noun phrases, never as a verb. John enjoys cooking. Cooking is acting as the object of this sentence. What does John enjoy? Well, he enjoys cooking. Cooking as a thing, as a noun. So, if we say John enjoys cooking, then cooking is the object, it's the gerund. If we say John is cooking at the moment, cooking is acting as a verb. So the verb plus the present participle. Okay, let's explore further. Just like nouns, gerunds can be used in many different situations. They can be used as the object of a sentence. They can be used as the subject of a sentence. They can be used with fixed expressions, after prepositions. We can also use a gerund after another verb. So first up, the object of a sentence. There are some very common verbs that take gerunds as objects. All of these verbs can be followed by a gerund. I really like painting, but my cousin is a much better painter than me. Really is the verb, painting is the gerund. She enjoys being photographed. Enjoys is the verb, being photographed is the gerund. I prefer buying fresh vegetables from the local market. Prefer is the verb and buying is the gerund. Next is as the subject of a sentence or phrase. So you can use a gerund when you want to use a verb as the subject of a sentence or phrase. Exercising keeps you healthy. Shopping is an expensive activity. Reading books is a great way to improve your English. Let's look at using a gerund with expressions that use action verbs. She complained about having to work last weekend. The company succeeded in updating the computer system. We talked about hiring another worker. I'm thinking about quitting the team. I'll take care of organizing the files. And of course, there are a great many more. What about after a preposition? When you see a verb after a preposition, it's actually often a gerund. Prepositions are words like on, at, in, under, behind, etc. The gerund must be used when a verb comes after a preposition. This is also true of certain expressions ending in a preposition. Let's look at some common examples. In spite of. In spite of boxing for many years, he got knocked out in the first round by a rank amateur. There's no point in. There's no point in buying a new battery. There's a new one in the drawer. Fed up with. I'm fed up with telling you to behave. Let's look at more examples of gerunds after prepositions. I'm fond of reading mystery novels. He is intent on visiting England. He is confident of securing the project. He is averse to gambling. Let's look at a few more examples of a gerund after a verb. I adore travelling. They celebrated passing their exams with a slap-up meal. He denied having seen them. My wife mentioned seeing you the other day. She can never resist buying new handbags. I hope this short lesson has helped to give you some confidence when using and understanding gerunds. So if you enjoyed this short lesson, I'd love it if you cracked the like button. And don't forget, if you get the free mini ebook, it'll help you with small talk phrases we actually use in everyday conversation. So, transform your English today. I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye bye for now.